Here we're going to do a quick recap on surds, specifically just sort of squaring expressions that have them in. So the few keywords we need to know to start off with. Quick reminder of what a surd is. It's a square root that doesn't have an integer value. For example, the square root of 25 isn't really a surd because we know that the square root of 25 is 5. However, the square root of 3 we don't have an answer for, so we call it a surd. Rational means that a number can be written as a fraction. So example, 0.3 recurring can be written as a third. So that's an example of something which is rational. 0.5 could be written as a half, that's fine as well. Irrational means that it can't be written as a fraction. So that could be pi. There's no way that you can write pi as a fraction. And as a key point, any expression that has a surd in it is irrational. So for example, 3 plus 2 root 5 would be irrational, whereas the number 11 would be rational. Okay, first up then, we're just going to quickly remind ourselves of expanding and simplifying with algebra. So if we're asked to square all of this, squaring, remember, means timesing by itself. So we're going to be doing 7 minus a times by itself again. As soon as we've got our double brackets, you've got your choices between doing FOIL, doing eyebrows, or doing the grid method, however you want to do it. So I'm going to do this as FOIL, but you can choose whatever method you prefer. So first, I'm looking at the 7 times by the 7, giving me 49. Outers, I'm doing minus a times minus a, which gives me plus a squared. Then I'm going to do the inners, so minus a times by 7, that's going to be minus 7a, and the outers, 7 times minus a, also minus 7a. Then we'll just add those all together, so we've got 49 plus a squared minus 7a minus 7a, and we can simplify that even more, 49 plus a squared minus 14a. Remember that you can't combine an a squared and an a, they are different quantities. Okay, so now we'll apply that to surds. So this time we're doing 7 minus 5 root 2 times 7 minus 5 root 2. It's a square, so we're timesing it by itself. I'm going to use FOIL again. So first, that's my 7 times by 7, giving us 49. Now we've got our outers, which is minus 5 root 2 times minus 5 root 2. Minus times a minus gives us our plus. 5 times 5 gives us 25. And root 2 times root 2 gives us root 4. Then we'll do our inners. So minus times plus gives us a minus. 5 times the 7 gives us 35. And root 2 times root doesn't exist, it's just going to give us root 2. It's going to be exactly the same again. 7 times minus 5 for the lasts, minus 35 root 2. Okay, you should be able to see here that we can simplify this one a little bit further. So root 4 we know to be 2, so that's actually just 25 times 2, which is 50. So adding it all together, we've got 49 plus 50 minus 35 root 2 minus 35 root 2. Overall giving us 99 minus 70 root 2. Part B on your mock asked you to say whether it was rational or irrational. In this case, it's got a surd in it, which is just there, so therefore that makes it irrational overall. Okay, this time, similar thing with a square on it. Pause the video now, try and have a go at squaring that out yourself, simplify and state whether it's rational or irrational, and then you can unpause the video and check your answer. Okay, so here's the complete solution. First of all, I've done my FOIL, so we've got 9, 6 root 3, 6 root 3, and then 4 root 9. Remembering that 2 times 2 gives us the 4, root 3 times root 3 gives us root 9. We know that root 9 is 3, so what we're actually doing is 4 times 3 to get our 12. Add them all together gets you this, and because it's got that surd in it, it is irrational again. Last example now. Again, pause the video, try it yourself, decide if it's rational or irrational, and then double check afterwards. Okay, I'm just going to quickly talk through this one. So we've got our firsts giving us 9, the outers here and the inners. Watch out for the sign here. This is then our slightly more technical part. We've got a plus times a minus giving us our minus, 2 2's giving us 4, and root 3 times root 3 giving us the root 9. So overall that gives us minus 12. Once we've added that all together then, 9 minus 12 is 3, but minus 6 root 3 plus 6 root 3 is actually 0. So this is our final answer. This time we haven't got a surd involved, so it's just going to give us a rational answer.